Hello everybody. Friday afternoon, we could be with Dave Matterface enjoying his chocolate brownies which he's brought in, celebrate his 15 years with FaithWorks. Well done, Dave. But actually we've come to the storehouse where Mikey is doing a great job at getting furniture from people who want to donate it out to people who really need it as they move on into fresh accommodation. And he's had 6 people from the council ringing up on a regular basis. They ring up and ask to go and support an individual who's moving on to more secure accommodation. And one of the guys recently, a 65-year-old guy who was moving on from a shared house into somewhere of his own at last. A bit of a character, but he would have had to go out and borrow money from family or friends if he hadn't had access to this service. So he was hugely grateful. And just a demonstration of why this service is so important. It's interesting to remember that not everyone is as grateful. Mikey says sometimes that people just sort of take the service without saying too much. And actually it's a reminder for all of us that that is sometimes the case. But I love the fact that we continue to live out that value of we are welcoming that we have, so that whatever people's response, we want to continue to do the right thing for them. And it's nice that some people's response is really good. The Rotary have, I did a little 20 minutes on Zoom with Westbourne Rotary, and they've come back and said, hey, we want to give £1,000 towards white goods to help people get into that fresh accommodation and be able to cook and to be able to store food and things like that. That's very helpful. Just next door, new trustee Liz Davis, who is with the Colourworks team, and they've got a little office next door to Mikey. And we want to sort of get to know a little bit more about how Colourworks works. Liz is working with teenagers to help them to really discover who they are. But the process they use, the Colourworks approach, is something that would be quite fun to do for us as a team. So we're going to see if Liz can run a session for us in the summer, maybe have a team day around some of that. And some of you will have done similar sorts of things in the past, but this is a fresh approach that might be quite useful for us in terms of how we communicate between us when we are maybe very different characters. So look out for that. We'll put a date in and see if we can get that over in the summer. Other things which are helps, so like obviously the furniture is a major help for people. Another help that's coming down the line is, we heard at the Homelessness Forum this week that the Let's Talk Renting support, let's put it that way, in BCP is being revamped. There's now a phone number, so 01202 985 104. So it's not just about filling in email forms, but actually a phone number where you can talk to somebody and start getting help if you know of somebody who is at risk of losing their tenancy. So extra bit of help there that's coming down the line. And then just a lovely story again from the Smile team. They managed to help, there it is again, one of the families to get their child a wheelchair. Now, what was lovely about this is one of the Smile steering group, Catherine, and who helps run stuff coming out of Parkson URC and the Regenerate meal, she's in a wheelchair herself. And the young lad was able to say, I think it was a young lad, was able to say, actually, now look at me, I'm like Catherine. And he was looking up to Catherine, even though she was in a wheelchair, and some people would say, that would be a hard place to be. But he recognized the value of what Catherine and the value of life that Catherine had, and he now had that ability as well, thanks to us getting in the wheelchair. So well done to the team over there. And well done for you, by the way, for signing up and getting the mental health training all sorted. Claire and Tom have been trying to get that sorted, and we're going to really go for it in the week of somewhere like March 13, 14. But really grateful that you've signed up so that the whole of the team, the FaithWorks team, can be brought up to speed with where we are on mental health support. It's such an important area. So thank you for doing that. Keep the helps coming. Help yourself by using getting the hand sanitizers back out. I've just realized how important they are to keep the germs at bay, because there are quite a few flu germs out there. And the last help that I've got today is a verse from Psalm 55. Cast your cares on the Lord, and he'll sustain you. Thank you for being such helpful people, and keep going for the following next week. I'm on holiday next week, so you might not have something Monday week, but I'll see you soon.